Today I'm going to show you some knife skills and safety tips that I learned from my culinary arts school days. So I'm going to just start off with a knife and how you hold it. So a lot of people probably just kind of hold it randomly with their hand on the handle, which would seem normal. But if you will put your fingers like this, pinching there at the end, it makes it more of an extension to your hand. You can't slip. It is much more firm. And I promise you, you'll get used to it and you'll like it. Next thing is obviously the hand that is holding whatever you're cooking. You want to make sure you don't just kind of have it there randomly holding things. Curve your fingers in as much as possible. And if the knife slips or you get too close, your fingernail and just kind of the knuckles of everything will help protect you. Another thing, please don't just chop up and down. The best thing is to actually leave the tip of the knife on the board when you're cutting like this, and you will have much more fluid and smooth and even cuts. So you're just rocking it instead of up and down chopping. Next up, I'm going to show you how I do an onion. So if you want onion rings, you just go ahead and cut it like that, but what I normally do is cut it down the center through the root and the stem sides. So the root we're going to want to keep on. The part that turns into the stem, go ahead and take off. And obviously the outer skin. And I do happen to have a little bit of discoloration in the middle. Probably a little older of an onion, so just cutting that out. And then what you're going to do is cut as close as you can to that little root section. And if you want bigger strips or chunks, obviously don't cut it quite so thin. You get to control that, but we're going to go all the way around there. And at this point, if you just want strips like this for fajitas or whatnot, then you will just cut it off there at the root and you'll be good to go. If you want it more of a dice, then you'll just cut it that way. And this way, everything is still nicely connected and bundled. You're not chasing things and you get beautiful even cuts. For bell peppers, I always start off with a smaller knife, cut out that top. That way I'm not wasting a lot. And then clear out the seeds. So I'll flip it over, cut it in half, and you never want to cut that way, as I was showing you. So you'll want to cut from the inside. So we'll finish cleaning out the seeds, and then I'll show you the best way to do that. Problem with this is the structure of a bell pepper can collapse. It can be slippery from the outside, so you always want to cut from the inside like this, and then you get perfect strips without any sort of fuss. And one last fun tip, I'm going to teach you how to do a chiffonade. So if it's basil or spinach leaves like this, go ahead and stack a bunch. Obviously you don't really want the stems on there. Go ahead and roll them up tightly, and then take a knife and make them however thin you want. So this is great for garnish or just cutting them into more bite-sized pieces for a soup or whatnot. There you go, you've got little shredded leaves. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more cooking videos. I do Tasty Tuesday videos every Tuesday and then crafting videos on Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me here on Jenn's Creativity Corner, and have a wonderful day.